All right, let's go back out to Sean Rice. He is live off the Loop 303. Sean, can you hear us? Tell us what happened.
Yeah, Tram, good afternoon to you. We are on the southbound side of the Loop 303 in the far northwest valley, north of Surprise and west of Peoria. And as much as this area has grown, when we have a complete freeway shutdown like this, it is a really big deal for commuters. This is what we know right now. At about 1:20 this afternoon, DPS tells us this was a wrong-way collision. They say a sedan got on traveling northbound into southbound traffic here on the Loop 303, and that's when a collision happened. Here you can see DPS investigators initiating that wrong-way vehicle collision investigation. It looks like they're taking some 360 video of this scene. Let's take you to some video from Sky 12. Sky 12 arrived here on scene about an hour after this happened. You're able to see some first responder vehicles and a truck and that sedan kind of pulled off of the Loop 303. DPS tells us that this was a collision where that sedan got on because of unknown reasons. They're investigating impairment at this time and just collided with a pickup truck that was loaded with passengers. Miraculously, DPS tells us that nobody in that pickup truck was injured. They have all survived. Some are being checked out at a local hospital. As far as injuries for an adult male who was the lone driver in that sedan, I'm told he has serious head injuries and is at the hospital right now in some pretty critical condition, potentially life-threatening injuries. As we take you back out here live, if there is one good news or good aspect of this, it's that southbound traffic here on the Loop 303 towards Surprise is completely open. This has not been shut down the entire time. It is just northbound traffic, and DPS tells us that the full closure of northbound traffic is expected to continue for about the next 2 to 3 hours as they conduct that investigation. I did have a chance to see how far that closure does travel. As we were able to travel down into southbound traffic, it is all the way past the Happy Valley exit. Those who are familiar with this area know that that is multiple miles of Loop 303 that right now is just completely shut down. DPS tells us if you do have to travel this way, to avoid it, there are side streets you can take along Happy Valley, Jomax Road, those areas to avoid this traffic collision at this point. That's what we know right now, Tram. We'll send it back to you.
Wow, Sean, you look at that accident and you see that half that blue sedan is just completely destroyed. It is just an unbelievable sight. You know, a lot of times when we hear about these wrong-way crashes, they're usually overnight, and it's a little odd to have it happen right in the middle of the day. Whether impairment was a factor, maybe a medical emergency, any word at all?
Well, one thing I will tell you, Tram, is it's a completely clear day. There's no clouds, there's no fog, there's no anything that could make us believe that this was weather related or anything like that. It's a bright, clear day. DPS has told us right now they don't really know why this happened. They're telling us that the driver of that blue sedan is not thought to be suicidal, but they are, of course, with any investigation, investigating whether or not impairment may be a factor here, which is always a possibility. We'll send it back to you.
Just awful. All right, Sean, thank you so much for that report. Yeah.